I'm Jason UFC, and today we have a story about UFC welterweight number one contender Colby Covington gives his honest reaction to Jorge Masvidal retirement at UFC 287. Let me see. Maybe we should start here. Let's just say Masvidal lost at UFC 287, and he retired after losing at UFC 287 versus Gilbert Burns. Haven't seen his losing skid extend to 4 at the hands of Gilbert Burns. Masvidal made good on his pre-fight talk of retirement. Yeah, since Masvidal announced his decision inside of the octagon, a number of fans, pundits, and fighters have reacted to the news, with many paying tribute to the BMF title holder's lengthy tenure in the sport of MMA. Unsurprisingly, there were no tributes coming out of his biggest rival, of one of his rivals' mouth. Colby Covington says, I retired Masvidal at UFC 272. How about that? During a recent appearance on Submission Radio, former interim UFC welterweight champion and current number one welterweight contender Colby Covington addressed his bitter foe's retirement for the first time. According to Chaos, Masvidal's retirement was set in stone. He had his hand raised over Gamebred at UFC 272 last March 2022. Covington theorized that Masvidal was simply looking to avoid admitting that his former friend turned enemy was the one who retired him. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is what we're here for. I'm just finding that out now. That's interesting, Colby Covington says. If I'm going to give my honest take, he was retired after I beat him. He's a broken man. There's a reason Masvidal came out and did what he did in the streets. Like, wow, that's interesting that he said that. Like a little clown. There's no pride in the guy. Masvidal just didn't want to have to live the rest of his life knowing that he retired off of getting his, I think I can say this, getting his ass kicked by me, Colby Covington. Okay, hopefully I don't get demonetized. YouTube algorithm is just insane right now. Of course, Masvidal gonna come and lose to someone else. Masvidal didn't want that being hung over his head, that Covington retired him. But guys, I'll be honest, I retired Jorge Masvidal, the Street Judas, in 2022 at T-Mobile Arena. Is there anything else we need to say about this? I really doubt it. Yeah, I mean, this is the first time I'm going through this article, so part of me, I feel like a mark, because I thought when Colby Covington say he gives his honest thoughts that, him and Masvidal used to be friends. I don't know why they actually stopped being friends, but they actually ended up fighting in the UFC. So I thought, being a mark that I am, also an MMA casual, I thought he was going to give a little bit of his honesty and say, hey, Masvidal had a great career. He had some really interesting knockouts. He went from the lightweight division to the welterweight division, had some success there, challenged for the UFC Undisputed Welterweight Championship twice, won the BMF belt, which, he never defended. But, Masvidal had a fun career. That's what being a mark that I am, I thought Colby Covington would just, give Masvidal a little bit of flowers. Nope. Colby Covington is in work mode, so he's promoting his fight. He's promoting himself as he should. And he's saying that he was the one who actually, not Gilbert Burns. He doesn't want people to think Gilbert Burns was the one who retired Masvidal. He doesn't want to think that, Kamaru Usman, who defeated Masvidal twice, I believe was it in a row? I think it was twice in a row. I feel like it was twice in a row. Yeah, I think it was twice in a row before Colby Chaos Covington defeated him. And remember, Kamaru Usman was the one who knocked out Masvidal. Chaos won by unanimous decision. Gilbert Burns won by unanimous decision. Usman first fight versus Masvidal was a unanimous decision victory, but the second fight, I think that fight was happening in Florida. Didn't that fight happen in Florida? But the second fight was when Kamaru Usman knocked out Jorge Masvidal pretty cold, and then Colby Chaos Covington fought Masvidal 5-round unanimous decision for Chaos, and now Masvidal just lost another fight to Gilbert Burns in Miami, and he decided to retire at UFC 287. But yeah, let me know your opinion of this story. Do you have any flowers you would like to give to Jorge Masvidal before, after his retirement? Or are you in camp Colby and you think Colby Chaos Covington is right, that Masvidal has been retired way before this fight at UFC 287? I'm Jason UFC. Today we had a story about UFC #1 welterweight contender Colby Chaos Covington says, I retired Jorge Masvidal. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the $1 donation button, and please tune in to the next video on this channel. Thanks a million for watching.